Dear students, welcome to the Creativity and Innovation in the Organization course. This is the first week of the video class. In this video class, we are going to discuss about introduction about the creativity. What is creativity? What are the levels of the creativity? All those things we are going to discuss. Students are going to discuss in this today's class. Okay, what is creativity? Why creativity is so important in life? What is the purpose of creativity? Why? When does the creativity is needed? How to be a creative person, all those things we are going to discuss in this today's class. The first one, students, the goal, this is the quote by Jean Piaget. So he said the goal of education is to be create individual who are capable of doing new things and not simply repeating what other generations have done. The goal of the education, there comes the creativity, doing the new things. I know that is the creativity. Okay, so the goal of education is to create a individual, create an individual who are able to, who will be able to do the new things and not simply repeating what other generations have done. So creativity is importance of creativity. The goal of education is to to create the creative mind, or create the students who can capable of doing the new things and not simply repeating the what old generation have done. So a creative thinking is equal to divergent thinking, students. There are two things here. There are two thinking. One is divergent thinking and the another one is the convergent thinking. Okay, so divergent thinking is based on the ideas. Okay, it is a quantity over the quality, novel ideas creating the choices. Okay, so for a particular problem there are various, for a particular problem there are various choices, or the various options are available, or various solutions are available. So it focuses on the number of the ideas that can be generated towards the solving the problem. So it is focuses on the quantity, generating the ideas, the creative ideas, creative alternatives ideas, quantity over the quality, and the new ideas, and the creating the choices. Okay, so the convergent thinking, where we have analyzing and filter useful ideas and the making decision. So you will in convergent thinking, where uh, uh, you will analyze the, it focuses on the quality. Okay, uh, analyzes the idea that you are generated, and useful ideas to make the decision, which are the best one, which are the not which are not suitable, which are not feasible. So you are evaluating, that is convergent thinking. Whereas divergent thinking is only focuses on the development of the ideas. Convergent thinking is like analyzing and the filtering the useful ideas. Okay, so analyzing. So divergent thinking, it is more about development of the idea, where the creativity plays very important role in the divergent thinking. So the creativity in all, if you say, it is a thinking outside of the box, coming out from the thinking outside of the box. What do you mean by that? You are not thinking from the thinking outside the box, not limited. Your thinking is not restricted to a particular boundaries. Okay, thinking beyond that. And creativity is also imagination. It is also calls for the imagination. You are imagining the ideas, imagination. Then experimenting, experimenting, like the scientists, before inventing something, they have done so many experiments and experimenting. Then flexibility, the flexibility. Then independence, able to think individually. Originality, it is not you are copying some from someone, it should be a new ideas. Okay, uniqueness, the idea should be a unique, it should not be there already existed. Then the taking risk, creativity also calls for taking a risk. Okay, you are risking your businesses, or you are risking your resources, and the time, it requires time. Then creativity is all about ideas, quickness. Then the inventives, then the open minded. It is also called for open mind. Your mind should not be a very fixed, okay, very rigid. It should be a flexible, it should be a open minded. Then challenging your mind. trying the new things and avoiding your comfort zone, coming out from the comfort zone, students. That is also most important. You are coming out from that comfort zone, from that zone you are outside the box or comfort zone you are coming out. So these all leads to the creativity. All these things, thinking outside the box, imagination, experimenting, flexibility, independence, originality, uniqueness, taking risk, the time, ideas, inventives, open-minded, challenging your mind, trying the new things, avoiding your comfort. All those things leads to the creativity, students. So next, coming to the certain definitions of the creativity, students. These are the definition which are given by the different different authors. Okay, so something or some process that is original, novel, newly thought of, and in some cases are being useful. Okay, so creativity is something or some process that is original, which is new. It is original and it is new and newly thought of, and it is useful also. Then only it is can be considered as a creativity. Okay, so the ability to bring something of a new existence, the ability to bring something of new existence. Okay, as Oxford Dictionary defines the creativity as a ability to bring something of new existence. Creativity is to bring something into being. Creativity is to bring something into existence. Okay, and looking at everybody else is looking, but thinking of what nobody else has thought. Okay, looking at everybody else is looking. See, this is the perception. Like you're looking at everybody was, but thinking what nobody else has thought. For example, if you see the the cameraman, the photography, you can weave this, but the way he captures, the uniqueness, that that is also the creativity. So looking at what everybody else is looking, but thinking of what nobody else has thought about it. Okay, the creativity is the interaction among aptitude, a process, and an environment. So it's about aptitude, your abilities, aptitude, thinking, the process and environment. Process and environment. It is the interaction that takes place between your mental abilities, that is aptitude, the process and environment, by which an individual or group produces a perceptible product that is both novel and useful as defined with the social context. So the interaction that takes place between the mental ability, the process and the environment, by individual will produce some a product which are novel and which are useful, which are new and which are useful within the social context, within the society. That product must be a useful and new. Again, creativity is ability to produce work that is novel, high in quality, and appropriate. So these are the different authors. They have defined the creativity in the different way. Creativity is the ability to produce work which are novel, which are original, and which are highly quality and appropriate. So the creativity is extraordinary, original, and fitting, fulfilling, interventive, cooperative, unconscious, and the female or a male recreation. So it is the extraordinary or original and fitting, it is the fulfilling. So creativity denotes person's capacity to produce new or original ideas. So the creativity denotes person's capacity to produce new or original ideas, insights, inventions, or artistic products which are accepted by the experts as a being of scientific, artistic, social, or technical value. These are the different different definitions of the creativity given by the different authors. So everything gives the same meaning, students, to a capacity to produce the new or original ideas, new insights or new inventions which are exploited by the accepted by the experts. So all those things are the creativity, meanings of the creativity, definitions of the creativity, students. Let us move to the certain myths of the creativity. These are the certain not true. These are the it is not true in terms of the creativity. In terms of the creativity, certain myths. What are the myths that we have with related to the creativity? So the creativity comes from the unconscious. That is not true. Creativity is comes from the conscious mind. It is not from the unconscious. Children are more creative than adults. These are the certain myths. Creativity represents the inner spirit of the individual. Creativity, it represents the inner spirit of the individual. Creativity is spontaneous inspiration. Everyone is creative. Creativity is the same thing as a originality. Okay, the fine arts is more creative than craft. Creative creatives creativity is only found in crazy neurotic people. Creativity is a special talent. Creativity is only found in the arts. So these are not true things which about the creativity that we have in our mind. So the creativity comes from the unconscious. Childrens are more creative. Creative represents the inner spirit of the individual. Creativity is the spontaneous inspiration. Everyone is creative, or a creative is the same thing as the originality. Fine art is more creative than craft. Creativity is found in only crazy people. Creativity is a special talent. Creativity is found only in the field of arts. Moving on to the next students, these are the levels of creativity. They are individual level, community level, organization level, and the national level. Okay, so the individual level, community level, organization level. So individual level, certain individuals, certain the people are more creative than others. So the community, like for example, community like the police, particular community people, so their profession. Okay, then the organization, some organization like if you go for the Tesla or Oxford, Ferrari. So certain organizations are mainly into the creativities, well known for their creativities. Okay, a national level, certain countries like US, Japan, Korea, etc. They are German, Francis. So all those things are the countries which are well known in terms of the creativity. So there are four levels of creativity: individual level, community level, organization level, national level, students. So the cluster of the creativity, so a cluster of creativity, it is a general everybody's life. It is a general that create in a general everybody's life, like in everybody life, we will also find some creative ideas in our day-to-day life, natural life, science, technology and engineering, art and culture, economic, business and entrepreneurial, IT and computer. So in this cluster of the creativity, creativity may be in terms of general life or natural life, in science and technology and the engineering, that the creativity that takes place, art and the culture, then the economic and business, entrepreneurial, IT and computing. So next we have students, the level of creativity. These are the three levels of the creativity. One is mini C creativity, little c creativity, and the big C creativity. So mini C creativity are the intrapersonal creativity. Okay, so if I explain again, little c creativity, everyday creativity, product oriented. These are the big C creativity, are the large scale contribution to the contributors to the field of creativity. They are the product oriented. So these, if you see, everybody life, the little c, we all are in everybody life in the little c, that is more. And the transformative, again mini c. The professional, that is professional, pro c. Then the genius, it is a big C. And the highly eminent are the big bold face of the C student. So this is what, three level, five model of the creativities also, and the three level like mini C, little c, and the big C creativity. So everybody everyday life, that is a little c. And the transformative, who are able to put their creativities to their work, that is the mini C. Professional, they are like doctors, engineers, in their professional field, able to put the creativity. The genius, they are the big C. And highly eminent people who contribute to the field of the creativity, they are the highly eminent, they are the big C creativity. Okay, mini C creativity, little c creativity, and the big C creativity. So mini C, intrapersonal, within individual, like they are within the individual, that is the process oriented. Then the little c are the in the everyday creativity, like everyday creativity. Little c, they are the product oriented. And the big C, they are the people who are the eminent contribution to the product, so they are the product oriented again. So these this is what the creativity existent in individuals in the different form, mini c, little c, and the big creativity. Yes, that's all about introduction about the creativity students. The next concept we'll discuss in the next video. Thank you.